Hello? What the? Hello? Um, where am I? What is this place? Where's the rest of the level? Where's... Hello?
Judgment!
1 hour. The footage you are seeing in the background, sped up times 100, took me an hour. And you might be wondering, why are we skipping over all this? See, it's funny, because... Let me get closer to the mic. This is the failed attempt. The failed attempt. I just thought it was important to let y'all know what I went through to beat 3-1. But let's get on with the actual attempt.
Let me just say on the record to start things off that I sorely underestimated the chainsaw jackhammer. I already knew it was good, but I didn't know it was this good. It is basically my go-to for killing some of the bigger enemies when I don't fall in giant pits of acid and die. This first room wasn't really too much of a struggle aside from killing the mind flare, but once I got down that I just need to jump at them with the chainsaw revved and not fire it, it became pretty simple. And the Cerberus was even easier, to be honest, because mainly you could just kind of jump on them, which I know is kind of the whole thing of the jackhammer, but if you just aim straight up, or straight down I guess, you could just kind of kill them. Which also makes this next room relatively easy. Also, while this footage is playing and while I get to this room, I'd like to apologize for the wait that this level made you guys wait for. I kinda got sidetracked. But as you see, I'm literally just implementing the strategy I did earlier. And if you're wondering why I'm not talking in the original footage, I was very locked in and I was already well enough tired of this level. So I didn't care, I knew I was just gonna talk in post. So hi, this is Future Nomad. Just getting this last guy with the chainsaw. Any day now, bud. There you go. For this next part, my plan was to skip most of the bone tunnels, climb up here, go around over here, and down towards the exit. Sounds hunky-dory and relatively easy. Except, you know, this requires the jackhammer being precise, which, as I've already stated, is not its strong suit. So here you can see I'm just desperately trying to get enough distance in order to do this. I know it's possible, but I fall. Luckily the enemies help and make this quite a bit easier. When they're alive, of course, but usually I die, so it doesn't really matter. Now this room. This room is the bane of my existence. This is where I failed the run originally. This is where I gave up. Because the first 20 minutes or so were spent on everything else, and the other part of the hour was just here. This room is a nightmare to do jackhammer only, and it's not even the enemies that are the main problem. At a certain point, I can get it down consistently. It's the damn Maurices. There's no way to get to them quickly, at least without some divine, and what I assume, luck. With lucky bounces getting you where you need to go. Luckily at this point I had done the room like 1,000,000 times, so I wasn't too worried about it and I was able to get into the first few attempts, but goodness, this room sucks! And the nerves I get going into this room. Because I've actually gotten to this room before, but after tens of 20s of minutes of attempts, I just messed up. Luckily, since this was my first try, I wasn't too panicked, but even then, you can still see I'm shaking. Because I didn't think I could beat the room before it in a second go. But luckily, I got past it and made it to this room. This is the only room that I hadn't previously reached before this attempt, so obviously I wasn't too sure on how to handle it, but going off memory of how this room worked, most of it was easy. The main problem was the giant pit of acid and the mind flare. My god, if you'll notice, this run is only 8 minutes in, but it's actually 16, because I spend the other 8 just in here. This room was very annoying. Not as bad as the 3 Maurice's room, but still really annoying. I'm just glad it's over. I'm gonna speed through all this for your convenience. Just know that it was a headache through and through. And now, onto the main event, Gabriel. I actually have my live reaction for this one, so this is bye from Future Nomad. This is it. The big one. This is it. The grand finale. This is it. The grand finale. I'll just get back to you when I'm through this room. Oh god, this room's gonna suck. Okay, welcome to the grand finale of Act 1. I do plan on doing Act 2 before you ask, just not immediately after this. I want to take a moment, take a break to breathe. Also, I think I'm gonna die and have to go back through all I just went through, because I don't think I'm gonna pass this room on my first try. Give me a second. Now for the part I was dreading. I'm sorry, everyone. It is the only way. I know, I feel just as disgusted as you do. Ugh, get out of here. Shoot. Okay, now onto the fight. Dear God, the fight. Hey, Gabriel. Please go easy on me. I also need help! Well, that's one way of giving it to me, so thank you. Ow. 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 Ow! Shut up! Ow! Oh! I'm getting there. Hey, said the thing. Shut up. Whee! I said whee! I said whee! Oy vey, that was a lot of restarts. And that's where the video should have ended, right? I beat all of Gluttony, so why am I still talking? Well, the truth is, I didn't beat all of Gluttony, because Gluttony has 3 levels. 3-1, 3-2, and P-1. And I would love to tell you how I went about beating Minos Prime in the Flesh Prison, but I got some bad news. I couldn't beat the Flesh Prison. I'm sorry, I tried for months. A month. To try and beat him, but I couldn't. I couldn't even get halfway down its health bar. I genuinely think it's impossible. Either that or it's divine luck. So I have a question for all of y'all. If you've gotten to this episode, you're clearly invested in this kind of thing. So I have a question for you. Do you think you can beat him? Yeah? Prove it. Do it. You're an Ultrakill fan, beat the Flesh Prison Jackhammer only. If you can prove that it's possible, if anyone can prove that it's possible, I will come back, sit my ass down, and do it. Alright? That's my challenge for y'all. The series will still go on, but I will come back to Minos if it's proven possible. No hands, no dash, no slide, nothing. True Jackhammer.